This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, my name is Christina Winstead. I'm the Assistant Director for Outreach at the Washington Student Achievement Council, and I work with the 12th Year Campaign. Today, we're going to talk about where financial aid comes from. So today, you're going to learn about where financial aid comes from. You're going to learn about federal financial aid programs and state financial aid programs. We're also going to find you some help and resources and your next steps. This video is a part of a series for Financial Aid Advising Day. There's lots of topics for you to choose from to understand financial aid and how to fund your post-secondary education. So I always like to start this off with why this is important. Why do we want you to know this? And that's because we want you to know that financial aid does have some limitations depending on where financial aid is coming from. And it's really important for you to understand where your financial aid is coming from so you can maximize as much aid as possible. My whole goal for you guys is that you will all apply for different financial aid types, scholarships, and use all these funds to help pay for college and then reduce the amount of debt that you have from getting your post-secondary education. So our whole goal is for you to maximize as much aid, especially gift aid, as possible. But for you to do that, you just have to know more about it. So federal versus state funding. The federal application for financial aid is the FAFSA. This application is for federal and state funding. It can be used at over 6,000 schools in the United States, and they have to be approved schools. Not every single school is going to be eligible for financial aid through FAFSA. There are some private colleges that are not, so you always want to go to your school's website to see, does this school accept federal financial aid? With the FAFSA and federal funding in general, for federal funding, it can be used for in-state and out-of-state schools. Now, when you look at the WAFSA is our state application for financial aid, and it's only eligible for Washington state funding. So this can be used at over 60 institutions in Washington state, so you have to stay in Washington state to use these funds, but they can only be used at those schools in Washington state. So when you apply for the FAFSA, you're going to be applying for federal and state funding, and when you apply for the WAFSA, you're just applying for state funding. And there's a video that you can watch to help you determine which application you're supposed to fill out based upon some questions that they'll ask you. So you're going to qualify for one of the applications, and you only fill out one application, not two, just one application starting October 1st. So some federal programs that you may not know about are the federal Pell Grant. This is awesome because this is what provides you with gift aid. The federal Pell Grant is money you don't have to pay back unless like you take out, let's say you go to some classes and you drop your classes, you decide you don't want to take them anymore. If you do that and you get a refund back, you might owe that money because you didn't go to school, you didn't complete the classes you attempted. So there are some times when gift aid is payable back, but most of the time you don't have to pay it back, and it's a wonderful opportunity to pay for school and get a head start on your education. Federal work study is another opportunity. Work study is where you work on campus and sometimes off campus and get paid at the same time. They also offer subsidized and unsubsidized loans, and those are loans that either are subsidized, so the interest is subsidized from the minute you take it out until you graduate, and unsubsidized loans, as soon as you take out that loan, the interest is going to start accruing. And then parent loans. And there's more information on these types of financial aid in the section, What is Financial Aid? There's a video that will go through all of these sections in much more detail. Washington State financial aid opportunities are our opportunity pathways. And one of my favorite things in the world is the Washington College Grant. It used to be called the State Need Grant. That's what it was called when I received it, and it helped pay for my education. For me, this is what changed the game and allowed me to go to college and not go into debt while doing it. The College Bound Scholarship might also be another program you're familiar with or even participate in. It also includes the state work study program, which is like the federal work study program. You're going to work on campus and get paid at the same time. Passport to Careers is a program for our youth in care, and our Opportunity Grant. Also, don't forget we have our Washboard, which is a scholarship opportunity where you build a profile and it matches you to available scholarships. As you remember from our previous video, what is financial aid? Financial aid, it consists not just of the application, the FAFSA, the WAFSA, but also applying for scholarships and other funding sources. All of those things make up what is your financial aid award. Here's some resources as you look at the different types of financial aid. The 12th Year Campaign Workbook will help you navigate admissions and financial aid, as well as College Knowledge will help you with the financial aid component, including scholarships, FOSFA, WAFSA, and understanding your award letters. There are also more resources on this page to help you understand award letters. There's a video as well as there's scholarship information. So your next steps. You want to determine which application you need to complete, the FOSFA or the WAFSA. And there's a video that will help you with that in this series. You want to explore all those scholarship opportunities. There's so many scholarships out there, you guys, and a lot of them don't get, so people don't apply for them and they go back to the donors. We want to make sure that you're applying. You're not going to get every single scholarship, but always be applying for scholarships because it can help offset the cost of your education. And then explore schools by attending a college fair. If you don't know which college you want to go to, that's okay. But there are a lot of virtual college fairs coming up this fall that will help you explore different opportunities. I encourage you start exploring near home. In Washington State, we have so many opportunities for you educationally. It's important to explore all your opportunities and see what the best fit for you as an individual. If you need more help with your financial aid, OtterBot's here to help. It's a free texting system that will help text answers to your questions about financial aid 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And that's what we have today. Thank you so much. Please enjoy our videos. And if you have any questions, let us know.